A nonprofit that helps those with disabilities devastated by a water main break tonight. How you can help the owners.
You're never too young to help those in need. Tonight at 6, we'll introduce you to Gavin and tell you what he's doing for the families affected by the deadly explosion in Sun Prairie. And a popular spot for kids in Madison suddenly closes. What we know about the future of Rock and Jump Trampoline Park.
This is News 3 at 6.
Thanks for joining us tonight. A local nonprofit is in need of help after a flood.
Artworking helps give people with special needs opportunities to create. News 3's Adam Duxter joins us here with what it will take to make sure that continues to happen. Adam?
Artworking has been a staple in the Madison art scene for more than a decade now, but the future is unclear after a burst pipe is forcing them to relocate.
It's surreal seeing a place that you basically spent a lot of your life in filled with water.
After a pipe inside a supply closet at Artworking burst, this nonprofit has to find a new place to work, putting the people with disabilities it works to empower without a studio.
I'm thinking about where the people that we work with are going to do their work, or how are they going to earn their income, you know, without access to the resources and the facilities that we provide.
A studio that has been home for more than a decade.
To say goodbye to this space without any warning it's pretty heart-wrenching.
And to move on from this, they need help.
And so obviously we'll need financial support, but also once we get the space, I think we're going to need help with building shelves, and we're going to need help with building painting storage racks, and we're going to need help with building drawing racks.
One way that Artworking needs help is with finances. There's a link to an existing GoFundMe on our website, channel3000.com. Also, the group needs help sorting and packing, as well as finding a space to move into long term. If you'd like to help, we have a link to get involved on our website as well.
Adam, thank you. Well, storms are moving into southern Wisconsin. This is a live look right now from our Skycam in Platteville. Let's check in with meteorologist Dave Caulfield with what we can expect tonight. Dave?
We've noticed, Charlotte, clouds on the increase over the past couple of hours, as well as the humidity. It feels a lot more humid outside compared to just a few hours ago across southern Wisconsin. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for basically areas to the north and west of Madison, but that doesn't mean Madison is out of the woods as far as severe weather is concerned later tonight. The good news is those storms still well off to the north and west. I don't think we start to get any rain across southern Wisconsin for at least another hour, but into tonight, some small hail, some damaging winds possible. Downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam, still seeing some blue skies right now, but the clouds have increased, mostly cloudy skies, temperature at 80, southwest wind at 8 miles per hour. Temps are in the 70s and 80s across southern Wisconsin. Dew points are in the mid to upper 60s, close to 70 in Lone Rock. That is a lot more humidity compared to just a few hours ago. Wind speeds out of the south and west at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. This evening, temperatures falling through the 70s into the 60s once again, with showers and storms, especially later this evening. Some could be strong to severe. We'll track those storms, plus talk about a cooler day tomorrow in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Dave, thank you. And developing right now out of Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Fire Department is confirming that a police officer has been shot. This shooting happened on Milwaukee's northwest side. This is a live aerial look right now at the scene. Fire department again saying one other person was hurt during this shooting. At this time, we don't know the condition of either that individual or the officer who was shot. Again, a developing story. Police are expected to update the public around 6:30. News 3 will update you once we learn more.
We are learning more about a shooting on the south side of Madison earlier this year. According to court documents, police say a shooter's gun jammed, which prevented him from shooting several other people. 36-year-old Antonio Gentry is accused of killing 24-year-old Rayshawn Jackson on Winona Woods Court. The documents indicate as he was running away, he also tried to shoot several witnesses. Madison police found Gentry hiding in a nearby apartment complex. They say he had the gun with him, missing a single bullet, and had been jammed by a second bullet. You can read more about this case by visiting channel3000.com.
A nurse for the Rock County Jail on administrative leave tonight. Brandy Mulcook was arrested on drug charges last week. This is according to our partners at the Janesville Gazette. Mulcook works for Advanced Correctional Healthcare. That's a company that gives care to jail inmates. Advanced Correctional Healthcare President Jessica Young confirming to News 3 today that Mulcook was placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. A bird strike over Florida causes a Wisconsin-bound flight to make an emergency landing this morning. This was an Allegiant Airlines Airbus A320 on its way to Milwaukee out of Punta Gorda. It had to make an unscheduled stop at Sanford Airport near Orlando. An Allegiant spokeswoman says birds' remains were found in the plane's engine. No one was hurt during that incident.
A little boy is meeting some of the Sun Prairie firefighters tonight. Gavin Martin and his family helped raise more than $5,000 for the victims of this month's deadly gas explosion in Sun Prairie. The Martins are from Lake Mills and will donate the money to the Sun Prairie Relief Fund. A fire captain with the Sun Prairie Volunteer Fire Department, Captain Corey Barr, died as a result of this explosion. Tonight at 10, you will hear from Gavin and his parents as they help Sun Prairie stay strong. A Madison trampoline park is closed. Rock and Jump closed suddenly this week, according to a post on the company's Facebook page. The park included a rock climbing wall, basketball zone, dodgeball courts, and a jump area. Rock and Jump specialized in birthday parties. The post says employees will reach out to people with scheduled events. Many parents are also posting on the Place's Facebook page asking about unused punch cards and gift certificates. We reached out to Rock and Jump, but the person who answered the phone said she was not able to answer any questions. City officials are taking a unique approach in paying for the expansion of one of Madison's top tourist destinations. You can buy what they're calling mini bonds to help invest in upcoming construction at the Olbrich Botanical Gardens. News 3's Rose Schmidt is in the news center to explain how the program works.
Well, basically, Charlotte, you pay $500 and the bond earns interest over the next 10 years. Now, this is an approach that Madison hasn't tried since the 1970s, but the city is hoping to sell up to $2.1 million in bonds. That money will go toward a $12 million expansion project at the Olbrich Botanical Gardens on Madison's Near East Side. The Gardens is building a new energy-efficient greenhouse to grow even more flowers and plants. There will also be a new learning center, which will have 3 classrooms.
We know that we're a tourist attraction. We also have education programming for people of all ages. We would like to be able to do more for schools, and this new building will give us the space to do that.
The Botanical Gardens will be packed over the next 3 weeks with people of all ages who want to see the blooming butterflies. More than a dozen species are currently living in the conservatory there. Now, if you want more information on how to buy one of these mini bonds, you can go to one of the information sessions that the city is hosting this fall, or you can head to our website, channel3000.com. The bonds are on sale first come, first serve, starting on October 3rd.
Rose, thank you.
The Verona Area School District will receive more than $270,000 to help improve safety at its schools. This money, part of the safety grants from the Wisconsin Department of Justice. A spokeswoman for the school district says part of that money in Verona will go toward shatterproof glass installations at all schools and safety training for staff. To find out other ways the district plans to spend that money, head to channel3000.com. Young athletes who focus on one sport are more likely to get tired during the day. This is according to a new study from UW-Madison. Researchers say parents should have more conversations with their kids, listening to their comments and concerns, and backing off on the pressure if necessary. They also say it's important for kids to take days off during the week and time off from a sport during the year, since getting rest and finding a balance are key.
The number one reason why kids drop out of sport is because it's not fun anymore. And so we need to make sure that parents are occasionally checking back in with their kids to make sure that they're just asking questions of like, hey, are you having fun? Are you still happy? Are you still enjoying what you're doing?
And Dr. Bell says the study showed highly specialized athletes also travel more, and that can contribute to the overall exhaustion.
Just ahead, yard signs have been a common presence in Madison yards for decades.
But these signs, well, they appear to be something different. The movement behind them. It's next at 6. When you see a sign in someone's front yard around here, they tend to be political messages, but there are some signs you might start to see that are quite the opposite.
They're being seen as a conversation starter, as Jamie Perez shows us this unique art project that is open to your interpretation.
What would you think if you saw this in your neighbor's yard?
Oh, what does that mean, huh?
Well, it might be too early for you to know, but what about this?
Signs are very personal.
It's a trick question. There is no right answer.
They do not mean one thing. They're not selling one idea. They're more just putting questions out into the world.
An open-ended conversation, really.
Said, yes, that's it. You know, like an open-ended question to get people talking.
A conversation starter.
This could be, hey, you take it from here. I think that's what artists do. Artists kind of help you to consider or to think about things in a different way, and this is just a very public way to do it out, you know, very open to the general public as opposed to in a museum or a gallery.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
What do I want to say? How do I want to say it?
Trent Miller is the artist behind this project.
There are your options.
Some people are a bit skeptical.
Well, they'll kind of look at them, maybe from afar, they'll kind of go, and then sometimes they'll even come back.
Some think of it as a sign of curiosity.
This one's my favorite.
Cool. It means something different for everyone.
As it says, if not this, then what? What else am I going to do?
This sign challenged me, actually, personally. You take it from here is a challenge. It's kind of scary, but exciting and positive, really.
This one, to me, says if you're complaining, you really also need to come up with an alternate strategy.
I'll leave it to you to take it from here. In Madison,
We just wanted something more open-ended.
Jamie Perez, WISC News 3.
There we go. Perfect.
The project has done well so far, according to the artist behind it.
And if you'd like to know more about the signs or want to get one for yourself, you can find more information at their website, if not this, then what.org. Some big names coming to Wisconsin for the state fair next week.
And you've heard about earning money while donating plasma. Well, the Red Cross is now taking a similar path to help restock its blood supply. How you can help next at 6.
Chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms as we head into this evening and tonight. We'll track out the main threats in your forecast next.
Welcome back. There's a little more incentive if you're willing to donate blood in the next month. The Red Cross offering $5 Amazon gift cards for people that give blood or platelets from July 30th to the end of August. The organization said this is in an effort to curb the emergency shortage of blood. Just a little incentive. Now, they said they need type O in particular. There are dozens of places you can donate, and we have a link to the closest one to you. You can find it at channel3000.com.
We are 1 week away from this year's Wisconsin State Fair. Some of the headliners for this year's concerts include Reba McEntire, TLC, Casting Crowns, and Alice Cooper. The fair runs from August 2nd until the 12th. The state fairgrounds are located in West Dallas. The Rickmobile is coming to Madison this summer. The vehicle is based on the popular Adult Swim show called Rick and Morty. It features a bunch of Rick and Morty collectibles. Show creator Dan Harmon was born in Milwaukee. The Rickmobile will stop during the Live on King Street performance on August 24th.
All right, bringing meteorologist Dave Caulfield now, who's been watching the possibility of severe weather coming our way, Dave.
We still do have some time for those storms to get to southern Wisconsin, which is the good news because they'll lose some steam as they travel further to the south and east, but still some chances for some strong to severe thunderstorms. So an alert day is in the forecast for this evening and tonight for some large hail and damaging winds. Those are the main threats here. I really think the tornado threat is almost at zero with this because we really don't have a lot of instability in the atmosphere, and that's actually going to go down as we head throughout the night as well. Severe thunderstorm watch issued until 11 p.m. for the counties you see shaded in pink, generally to the north and west of Madison, but I don't think Dane County is necessarily out of the woods when it comes to severe weather. We'll have to keep an eye to the sky into this evening and into the nighttime hours as well. So Doppler track, as I mentioned, the storm's still well off to the north and west, just getting into the La Crosse area, and really just some light showers starting to pop up closer to Prairie du Chien. I think by 7 o'clock to 7:30, our first thunderstorms get to southwestern Wisconsin, and give it a couple more hours even until those storms get to Madison, closer to 9 or 9:30 at the earliest. That's what it's looking like right now, and not a lot of severe weather will be around at that time, but we still do have to keep an eye out for that. Most of the severe weather is either to our north or well to our west, closer to the Iowa and Minnesota state line. An alert day still in the forecast, though. Those scattered storms are possible as we head into tonight. Could be some gusty wind and small to moderate sized hail, especially early on in these storms' lifespans. A live look in Platteville, we've really seen those clouds on the increase, some storms possibly forming off in the distance in this part of Grant County. And speaking of storms, these aren't storm clouds. These are called Kelvin-Helmholtz clouds, and they're kind of sciencey and geeky, but they actually do prove something to us meteorologists. You get these wave-like clouds, or in one person's case, sea otter-shaped clouds, when there's a lot of wind shear in the atmosphere. So a turbulent atmosphere really does create these, and that signals us meteorologists that some strong to severe thunderstorms could be on the way. And that, I think, is what's going to happen a little bit later on. Temperatures are in the 70s and 80s across southern Wisconsin. Dew point temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. We've really seen those temperatures, dew point temperatures, I should say, start to go up over the past couple of hours. Wind speeds out of the south and west at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly cloudy, a chance of showers and thunderstorms with us. For tomorrow, highs will be only in the low 70s, so a big cool down on the way, breezy as well. Can't rule out an afternoon shower or two tomorrow. So on Future Track, let's track this over the next couple of hours. That cold front still really taking shape over the next few hours, so I don't expect a lot of severe weather in southern Wisconsin into tonight, but a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms are possible. That line, at least on Future Track, is getting here pretty close to about 10 to 11. I do think that we start to watch out for those storms closer to 8:30 or 9 for Madison, just to be on the safe side, because this may be traveling a little bit faster than Future Track may suggest. Tomorrow, starting off in the 60s, only making it into the low 70s with variably cloudy skies, a few showers possible, and a similar setup on Friday as well, with variably cloudy skies and maybe a few showers or a thunderstorm. Not out of the question, but chances aren't looking that promising for Thursday and Friday. Precipitation potential, not too much rain falling in these. Storms are just too scattered to get a lot of rain, but where that front is, close to where that front is, we do have a chance of seeing some pretty heavy downpours, but that's well north of much of us. So your 7-day forecast showing temperatures staying in the 70s into the weekend. The unsettled weather stays with us into the weekend as well. Then I think we start to dry out on Tuesday. We're back into the 80s for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
As the Packers begin training camp, is Mike McCarthy under pressure to keep his job? We'll hear from the head coach in sports.
Hi, I'm Michelle Carolla. Tonight on the news at 9, a kid raising money for people impacted by an explosion in Sun Prairie is presenting a check tonight. We'll show you that story. It's first on Fox at 9.
It's really starting to feel like football season in Green Bay. At 7 o'clock tonight at Lambeau Field, the annual shareholders meeting will draw in the neighborhood of 20,000 fans to hear about the Packers heading into the 2018 season. An important season for head coach Mike McCarthy. It's his 12th season as Packers head coach, and the Packers are coming off a disappointing 7-9 season, missing the playoffs for the first time since 2008. Now, granted, the Aaron Rodgers injury was huge, but McCarthy knows it's on him to turn things back in the right direction.
I have to make sure you look in the mirror and you try to improve each and every day. You know, I value the experience that I have in the first 12 years and how you apply it. But I'm also very realistic and clearly understand and really make sure everybody around me understands that, I mean, this is our opportunity, 2018, and that's really all that matters. I mean, it's the 2018 Green Bay Packers. This is our opportunity, and we've done the preparation to this point, and today we finally get to kick it off.
McCarthy and management shook things up. Joe Philbin, the new offensive coordinator, Mike Pettin now in charge of the defense. We'll see if that helps. One thing's for sure, the Packers are as prepared as you can be heading into training camp.
You know, every practice is already, you know, scripted. So, but we've always over-planned for training camp, and the norm is we'll end up deleting as we go and get criticized by the media for cutting down a practice. But we always have over-prepared because it gives that level of detail that you're looking for.
Well, the Brewers started showing signs of life this week. A win on Monday, followed by a 10th inning walk-off win against Washington last night, but then they played again this afternoon, and the Nationals got some good swings against Freddie Peralta. Bryce Harper doesn't have a great batting average, but when he hits it, it goes a long way. 25th homer of the season for the new home run derby champion. The Nationals just kept on hitting. Juan Soto, prized 19-year-old rookie, and he hits a 415-foot bomb to center. Hernan Perez breaks up the shutout with a 3-run homer in the ninth, but the Nationals beat the Brewers 7-3. Now, Ryan Braun wasn't in the Brewers lineup today, but he is back from the disabled list. They're hoping he'll be able to boost an inconsistent Brewers offense. Braun's missed a lot of time with a bad back. He's only hitting .232 with 10 homers. He hopes he can stay healthy for the rest of the season.
I think anything back, oblique, intercostal in that area, it's about explosive rotational exercises, and obviously swinging's at the front of that, but also diving into walls, running, throwing at full speed, stuff like that. So, you try to figure out a routine that puts you in the optimal position to stay healthy. Just a little different now, obviously, at 34 than it was at 24, and so much of it is trial and error, just figuring out what makes the most sense to try to put myself in the ideal position to stay healthy.
At Wrigley Field today, the Cubs host the Arizona Diamondbacks. Here's how the Cubs win it. 1-1 in the eighth. Pinch hitter Jason Hayward grounds to second. Could be a double play until the relay is thrown into the dugout. Final score, Cubs 2, Diamondbacks 1. Cubs lead over the Brewers in the National League Central. Back to 2.5 games, but a long way to go.
Yeah, a lot of baseball left to be played. Hey, let's get to Dave. Final check of the severe weather outlook tonight.
We have some time to go in our severe thunderstorm watch, which goes until 11 p.m. tonight for spots generally north and west of Madison, but some strong thunderstorms could visit the rest of us later on tonight. Into tomorrow, though, temperatures will start off in the 60s. A stray shower can't be ruled out. Temperatures will be much cooler in the low 70s, and will stay in the 70s into the weekend with more unsettled weather possible.
All right, Dave, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.